Welcome to another video from the Andy Guitar Band program, where we're learning a set of songs on electric guitar, on bass, and there are drum tutorials for all these songs as well. And then we're playing them along to my band, the Andy Guitar Band. This one is my Sharona, and this was one of the inspirations for this whole series, as the cover of this song by Royal Blood has such a vibe to it, and I really thought the vibe of that cover might connect more with young adults and teenagers and anyone that might just want to play with a live band, start their own rock band and all that kind of thing really. I absolutely love the original. The original by the KNACK is such an absolute tune. It's absolutely still relevant and sounds fresh today, but we're doing things slightly differently in this tutorial. With that in mind, I'll have to do an original kind of to the recording of the KNACK version and tutorial, but not in this series, because the main difference here is we are in the key of E. So E major for this tutorial, and the KNACK version is in the key of F. What this means is the main riff is far easier to play, and I've essentially gotten rid of the solo and some of the more twiddly bits that may put some beginners and some intermediate players off. This just makes it more accessible, which is the idea of this course. It does not make it better. Some people will prefer it, some people won't. As I say, this is just enabling more people to be able to play along to this full song without being confused or distracted by some of the more twiddly bits. I'll have a tutorial for some of those twiddly bits in the future. Here's how we are playing the main riff in the band. The original was in F sharp and was like this, just for your reference. As I say, our version is inspired more by the Royal Blood version. We're also using the structure of that version to simplify this and make it accessible to all. So that main riff. Is how we're playing the riff. So open twice, 7th fret twice, then just alternate with a mute between. And as well as just learning this from the tab, which I'll link to in the description below, it is a lot easier to get used to the technique of playing the octaves, where the thumb is going to come over and mute that thickest string. So we only have one note ringing out at a time. And also, remember the drum pattern. This riff is born out of the drums. I wasn't there when they wrote it, so I don't know which one came first, but the drum beat definitely plays the same rhythm as the guitar riff. Okay, so there's octaves. This thickest string is played on the kick drum, and then the 7th fret is, or the higher octave, is played on the snare. Dun dun da dun dun da dun da dun dun da. Okay, and there's a great clip on YouTube of how Dave Grohl doesn't need lessons to rock or something because he just sort of played guitar like he played drums. This is very much the same thing. I'll link to that video in the description because it's so descriptive and so it should be super illuminating for you guys. But the tab and the notes would be open twice, octave twice, single notes. That's the first half. To a count of 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. The first notes the guitar actually plays is this A A chord, so we're only playing strings 5, 4 and 3 to a single note on the thickest E string for the G. This is what I'm doing. Remember, this is my own custom arrangement of this song. I hope you enjoy it, but it is not the same as the KNACK version. Oh, my little pretty one, when you're gonna give me some time, Sharona. Oh, motor run, got it coming out of the line, Sharona. Then I'm just playing octaves. Personally, you could play power chords, but I'm playing this G5 open string power chord, so we're not playing this note from a G, sometimes known as the rock G. Then A, C, D. Never gonna stop, give it up, such a dirty mind, always give it up all the time. 2, 3, 4, A, C, 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 D. 2 A's, 3 C's, 1 D. Learning those sections will take you through the first half of the song, essentially intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. So that's what we're going to have a go at playing along to the band now. We're going to slow down the recording slightly, and this will enable you to play along, to really see what we're doing, and to get that feeling of joining in, but at a slightly slower tempo than full tempo, because it is difficult to put these things together. We'll be going along to a full live take at the end of this video. Please join in, or watch it first and then join in on a second repetition after you've rewound it. Enjoy this. This is my Sharona, one of my favourites. Okay, so that's just intro, verse, chorus. It would happen exactly the same as that again, but after the second chorus, it's slightly different, but it's so similar to what's happened before, it can be confusing. So let me try and talk you through it, and I'll just demonstrate it really slowly just now. So we finished that second chorus. My, now. Play the riff. My, Sharona. My, Sharona, go. So the riff continued. It didn't have the my, Sharona bit. We just stayed on the octaves. Then this is different to what we've done before, and it would only happen here. if we're playing it correctly. We might have not done that a couple of times in this song, as I noticed when I was mixing it. But what I intended, which is very much emulating the Royal Blood version, you could also play. So moving there, as we did with You Really Got Me. But this way of doing it is also fine, and it's definitely what we'd want to be doing. Which is, again, just an emulation of the Royal Blood version, really. So A, C, C, D power chord, so at 5th fret. Flat first finger here, but just on string 3, 4 and 5. Those fingers back down, and then the same technique here, and the strumming pattern is going down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Absolutely fine for the thickest string to be ringing out on the E chord, but not for any of the others. So A power chord, I've got my thumb over the top. C and D, first finger is touching that thickest string there, so I can strum it if I want. That finger's saving my bacon. And then it lets go there. Last time, so this would happen 4 times. This would happen 4 times, sorry, and then on the 4th repetition, so that was A, C, C, riff on the D chord, B, 2nd fret B power chord, 5th string root note, and I played it in this fashion. That's a palm muting, which is done by the outside of the palm of the right hand or the strumming hand if you're left-handed. Being this kind of technique to find this sound. First strum is open though. And that's stopping on beat 3, so 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. One last time, just playing through the 2 main bits. 2, 3, 4. And the ending. Fifth fret, back to the riff. And what that essentially does is get rid of all of the kind of solos in there, but I'll definitely do those at a later date on my YouTube channel, because I have to. It's too great a song, and I'm sure I'll get some requests for it, or I hope I do. So now that's all sections. There is, of course, structure to be learnt, and at this stage, in this sort of mid to late stage of this band program, you should be getting used to this now. You just have to watch and re-watch the live band takes. Make sure you've got the parts for each individual section from the tutorials, and you should be able to put it together through just learning how the song goes and trying to play along to the live band recordings. So that's what we're going to do now. This is going to be at the speed of which it was recorded. You can slow it down if you wish by using the YouTube speed function. It's really helpful to slow it down just to see what's happening perhaps. But here's a full live take. It's not expected, just to reiterate and be clear, not expected that everyone will be able to play along to this at first go. It might take multiple attempts, and that is exactly the point of this band program and this guitar program, to give you guys something precise to work towards being able to play, to practice along to that on multiple nights, night after night, like I used to when I was first wanting to learn in a band. And hopefully it will inspire you to play along to loads more recordings, and hopefully build towards having total freedom of the instrument and playing what you want to play. Here it comes, My Sharona. So that is My Sharona, just one of my favourite songs out of this entire set. It's loads of fun to play, it's a great riff, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. Let me know how you're getting on with this series in the comments below, and I will help you out all I can. Give it a like, share it with your friends, and you can check out more videos from this series right now.